Moments ago, the CEO of John Deere publicly fired back at Donald Trump after his controversial statements about American manufacturing. But this wasn't just about tractors and tariffs. It all started when Trump's fiery speech shook the industry to its core, threatening with extra tariffs on companies who produce outside America.
I just noticed behind me John Deere tractors. I know a lot about John Deere. I love the company. But as you know, they've announced a few days ago that they're going to move a lot of their manufacturing business to Mexico. I'm just notifying John Deere right now. If you do that, we're putting a 200% tariff on everything that you want to sell into the United States.
For months, Trump has been vocal about his vision for revitalizing American manufacturing, often pointing fingers at companies he believes are failing to put America first. Behind the scenes, however, whispers grew louder. Was John Deere next in Trump's crosshairs? Recently, those whispers turned into roars when Trump accused major manufacturers of betraying American workers through increased automation. And just when things couldn't get any more intense, it did.
So that if I win, John Deere is going to be paying a 200%. They haven't started it yet. Maybe they haven't even made the final decision yet, but I think they have. John Deere is going to, and anybody else that does this, because it's hurting our farmers, it's hurting our manufacturing. And if you do that, you're going to have a 200% tariff put on the product that you make in Mexico, right across the border. They think they're going to make product cheaper in Mexico and then sell it in for the same prices they did before, make a lot of money by getting rid of our labor and our jobs. And
breaking point was when, during a speech in Iowa, a state central to John Deere's legacy, Trump lambasted the agricultural giant, saying that John Deere's replacing hardworking Americans with machines. That's not the American dream, that's a betrayal. This wasn't just political rhetoric, it was a direct shot at the company's practices, and the timing couldn't have been worse.
Okay, so this is him saying it. Now, here's what Mark Cuban says about it, okay? This lack of understanding of business is insane. Put a 200% tariff on an American company moving some production to Mexico, but tariff Chinese manufacturers 10 or 20% so that the Chinese products will be cheaper to sell in the US than the American company. Good way to destroy a legendary American company and increase costs to American buyers.
Trump's remarks in Iowa didn't come out of nowhere. They came on the heels of a report from the Bureau of Labor Statistics showing a decline in agricultural jobs over the past decade. While this decline is largely attributed to urban migration and economic shifts, Trump framed it as the result of corporations prioritizing machines over people. But that wasn't everything.
And I will end the electric vehicle mandate on day one. Thereby saving the U.S. auto industry from complete obliteration, which is happening right now, and saving U.S. customers thousands and thousands of dollars per car.
After Trump's remarks, John Deere CEO Samuel Allen fired back at Trump. The press conference was initially intended to highlight John Deere's latest advancements in precision agriculture, but the tone shifted dramatically as reporters, aware of Trump's recent comments, began pressing CEO Samuel Allen for a response. Let me be clear, John Deere has always stood for innovation and for the American farmer. We're not replacing workers, we're empowering them with better tools. Mr. Trump needs to understand that progress and patriotism go hand in hand. But Allen didn't stop there. He went on to accuse Trump of short-sighted grandstanding, suggesting that his comments could undermine trust in American businesses striving to compete globally. But he wasn't finished.
Electric cars will kill more than half of U.S. auto jobs and decimate the suppliers. They're being decimated already. Decimate the suppliers, and it's going to decimate your jobs, and it's going to decimate more than anybody else.
What do you think of an electric car?
The response from the CEO of John Deere made headlines. Reactions online were split. Some rallied behind Trump's call to preserve traditional jobs, with tweets like, "Trump's right, automation is destroying the heart of America." Others backed Allen, defending the role of innovation in modern agriculture. Farmers across the Midwest chimed in. One farmer, interviewed shortly after Trump's comments, stated, "Automation has made farming sustainable for us. Without these machines, we'd be out of business." Another fired back, saying, "Machines don't pay taxes or feed families. Trump's fighting for us."
Now they want to go all electric and put you all out of business. You know that, right? To the welders, assembly line workers, machine operators, forklift drivers, pipe fitters, tool and die makers, mechanics, electricians, technicians, and journeymen We love being with you, and we love being with you right in your environment. You built this country, you love this country, and you are the ones that make our country run. You know that, right? Biden's mandate isn't a government regulation. It's a government assassination of your jobs and of your industry. The auto industry is being assassinated. And it makes no difference what you get. I don't care what you get in the next 2 weeks or 3 weeks or 5 weeks. They're going to be closing up, and they're going to be building those cars in China and other places. It's a hit job on Michigan and on Detroit.
But all this was played out in the media. A deeper issue was brewing behind closed doors. Trump's accusations weren't just about automation. They tapped into a growing anxiety about the future of work. For years, John Deere has been at the forefront of using advanced technologies like AI and GPS-driven tractors, making farming more efficient. But critics argue these advancements come at the cost of traditional jobs, particularly in rural America. And there is when it gets interesting.
It's just a temporary thing, because you will not have any manufacturing plants. China is going to take over all of your business because of the electric car, and because they have the material we don't. What we have is a thing called the gasoline. We have gasoline. We have so much gasoline, we don't know what to do. They don't have gasoline. So why are we making a product that they dominate? They're going to dominate. You will not have a car industry left, not even a little bit of a car industry.
John Deere's stance is a gamble. With Trump's immense influence over public opinion, the CEO risks alienating a significant portion of his customer base. The stakes extend beyond the court of public opinion. International markets, where the company derives a significant portion of its revenue, were closely watching how the controversy would play out. Trade partners in Europe and Asia rely on Deere's advanced machinery, and any tarnish on its reputation could have ripple effects across global supply chains.
And right now, as we speak, large factories just started, are being built across the border in Mexico. So with all the other things happening on our border, and they're being built by China to make cars and to sell them into our country, no tax, no anything. The United Auto Workers ought to be ashamed for allowing this to happen, and the leader of the United Auto Workers should be fired immediately, and every single auto worker, union and non-union, should be voting for Donald Trump, because we're going to bring back car manufacturing, and we're going to bring it back fast.
Now, the tension also highlighted a deeper crisis in American identity. The agricultural sector has always been a cornerstone of the American dream, and technological change is challenging long-held assumptions about what that dream looks like.
I'm going to put a 100, 200, 2,000% tariff. They're not going to sell one car into the United States. We're going to make Detroit great again. When foreign leaders and CEOs call me up to complain about our tariffs, my answer will be very simple. Build it in America. Mercedes-Benz, BMW, all of the different Volkswagen, millions and millions of cars. They don't want anything from us. We have deficits that are crazy. We're not going to have them anymore. We're going to put tariffs on them. It's a perfect application for a lot, but not for everybody. Some want gasoline propelled, and we have a lot of gasoline right under there. You know the story with hydrogen. It's great until it blows up, in which case you're not recognizable.
Tensions escalating, all eyes are now on Trump. Will he double down on his criticism of John Deere, or will Allen's bold response force him to slow down his stance? As the dust settles from this explosive exchange, one thing is clear: this isn't just a battle between Trump and a CEO, it's a fight for the future of American manufacturing.
Car works fine. I'm like, no, electric car is better, I should try it. And it was hard, hard to get people to do a test drive. First of all, nobody knew who we were. They never heard of this company. And I'm like, yeah, we're named after Nikola Tesla. You know that guy? Nope. So for sure we were doing push in the beginning, because people said there was no one telling us that they wanted an electric car. So it was not out of like, it was like lots of people coming up to me saying, hey, I really want an electric car. I heard that 0 times. So people were like, it's like, man, we better make an electric car and show that these things can be good, and then people want them.